we're always trying to teach our players about some really crucial things that we think will help them be real successful in life. And we talk to them about things like being really high character people, being principle-based people, being people that love to prepare, being people that will make a sacrifice for each other so Kentucky can succeed. And so when you're trying to teach that, you need to find people who can move that message forward. And so that's the first thing that you're really looking for in my mind when you're looking to ask anyone to join this great organization. And I feel like our coaches that we've been able to put in place, Christian Stephanopoulos and Adney Amadou, understand those things. The other very important piece for me is first of all, do you care about the kids? Then the other piece is, do you understand how special Kentucky is? Because this is such a special place, such an exciting place to coach basketball. People love it a little bit differently than other parts of the country. And so I always want people that really, really appreciate the specialness of this place and how fortunate we are to be part of Kentucky and the Big Blue Nation. So I think we've also found that with these two coaches. So I'm very, very excited about our future. I think that Christian and Adney will both help move our program forward. And I've said this before, we're among the best in the country right now and have been, and the only way we can stay there is to have quality people surrounding us. But what we want to be is the very best, and we're not there yet, so we have a lot of work ahead of us, and I needed some people that can move that forward, and I think Christian and Adney certainly can get that done. So I'm very excited to have a chance for you guys to visit with them and talk to them, and I think they're going to be incredible additions to UK Hoops and our athletic department overall. So really, really happy to talk about that with you today.
With these hires, you work with someone that you've worked with extensively in the past, and you've gone with someone that you don't have any work experience with. Is that kind of by design, or is that just kind of how the associate?
Well, with Christian, knowing her for a very long time and having that comfort level is good, but won't be enough to get the job done. She needed to be an outstanding coach and an excellent person to come in here, whether I knew her or not. So does it make me happy to see how she's grown and that she's ready to make a huge impact in the role she's in now? That makes me very happy. She made a big impact for our program at Morehead State. She made a big impact for us here at Kentucky as we were really trying to build this thing. So she already has some invested in the program, but it's a different role for her now, and she needed to be able to fill that. So I'm very happy that someone I care so much about, knew, was ready to get that done, and it absolutely makes me happy and gives me a lot of joy. But just knowing somebody won't get it done. I know Jenna real well, but she would not have been all that good in this role. So good in a lot of other roles. Don't get me wrong, but that one, just knowing somebody was not enough. And then with Adney, was able to get a sense of his character and his energy matched up with a lot of things that you hear. And I really tried to talk to a lot of people. And when you hear somebody, especially in recruiting, their name keeps coming up from multiple people who aren't necessarily connected. That's a good sign, but again, that won't do it in and of itself, just hearing about somebody. We spent quite a bit of time together, trying to get to know each other, and just felt great about that. And so now we're a few weeks into it, and I'm really, really pleased with where that is. So 2 really talented people with unbelievable energy, care about players, wanting to help them get better, really care about Kentucky and trying to get players to continue to help Kentucky get better. So it's 2 good hires.
Matthew, where did the idea first hatch, and what was your thought process towards giving back $1 million?
Well, I've gotten 2 jobs in my life. Well, my very first job I wasn't qualified for at Central Holmes Academy in Lexington, Mississippi. So I've gotten 3 that I wasn't necessarily, you know, I don't know that I was the odds-on favorite for that job that I first got. But then the Tennessee job, when Pat Summitt hired me, she could have hired 5,000 people who had a better resume than I had and who had a better background or more credentials. And that was a really, really significant professional happening for me. And then the other job that, you know, that I just don't know if you can make sense, I was getting this job when I didn't have a lot of credentials. I wasn't the biggest name that Mr. Barnhart could have hired. And so some people would call that good luck or good fortune, and I call that a blessing. I call that a blessing from God. And that's the only way I know how to make sense of it. God's really provided some unbelievable opportunities for me in my life. And for Jenna and me, we have found a home here in Lexington. And so, you know, we would love to be a big part of this community and do our part in this community and try to help this community move forward. And we've tried to work hard in those areas for the last few years. We've been unbelievably blessed financially. And I just think all of that comes from God. And so as we try to give back to this community, part of that is UK is a huge part of this community, this university. And particularly the athletic department brings a lot of joy to the people in this community. It kind of brings us all together, and it kind of binds us together, and it kind of forms what you know as the Big Blue Nation. And so we're just unbelievably grateful for the opportunity to be at Kentucky. We want to be here a long time. This is our home. We hope our family can be of, you know, service to this community and this university for a long time. And so as much as they've given us, we just felt like over the next 10 years, we'd like to make a serious commitment and give back. And it's just something that is a real joyous thing for us, and we feel blessed by God to be able to do it.
Positions like coaching turnover so often, bad things happen, and do you worry about a 10-year commitment to something, you know, like that?
Well, the problem they have here at UK now is that even if they ask me to leave coaching, I've become such a big fan, then I'll just be at all the games for everybody else. So then I'll start calling in the call-in shows and really get riled up and start really, you know. So it'd probably be better for them to keep me on for a while because we're not going anywhere. We just sort of decided this is our home, and so whether we're coaching or not isn't going to impact our love for this university. This is our school now. This is our city. This is our state, and we're going to be here. So that part of it doesn't concern me at all, and we'll make good on our commitment, no matter what happens.
Was that specific thing within the athletic department you saw as a need where this money was really going to help, or was you say here's the money?
Well, no, it's what it is like I said, it's an individual decision because of how good God's been to us, and it has nothing, nobody, you know, is has pressured us to do this or asked us to do this. This is just what we want to do because of the blessings we've received, and it's no more complicated than that. We just love this university. We love the people. We feel very blessed to have this opportunity. You can't really make sense of it if you look at my career, why I'm sitting here right now. So it's really just, just what we feel like is something we wanted to do. We do hope that it helps move things forward here. We have such a great time of opportunity here with our athletics program. We're really excited about the leadership, and Mr. Barnhart has a great vision for where we need to go. It's been unbelievable to see what has happened in the last 12 years under his leadership, and I think he feels the same way about our athletic department that we feel about our basketball program. We're among the best in the country, but we want to be the best. And so anything that we can do to try to move that forward, and listen, there's a lot of folks out there that do a lot more than we're doing, so we just want to be a part of it. I don't think so. I think he's in good shape with his staff over there, and again, we'll just be in the stands just cheering on and being really excited. And people need to understand football really makes so many things happen for the rest of us in this department. And we need football to be thriving and healthy at Kentucky. And with Mark Stoops as our head coach, I don't have any doubt that that's going to happen. And the incredible renovation of Commonwealth is just really going to put our football program, I think, at the forefront of the country. It's going to be a great experience in Commonwealth Stadium in the years to come. So we're excited to be a part of that and help that out if we can. Well, the thing that piqued my interest was the stuff that you just said, the reputation he had developed. And so the things that attracted to me were, there's a lot of people that might have a reputation of being a good recruiter as far as getting players signed, but how are they doing it? And it was not, slick salesmanship, and it was not a lot of flash. It was a lot of substance behind it. It seemed like a lot of relationship building, a lot of hard work, a lot of hours spent, and I was attracted to that because we want to be a program of great substance. We want to be a program that doesn't take shortcuts, that really values honesty, hard work, discipline. Those kind of things are real important to us. So those were the kind of things that interested me early on. And then you sit with a person and talk with them, and you try to get the best feel that you can. And I thought those things matched up with what I was hearing when I spent time with him. And it appears that that's what we have here now is someone who's committed to working long hours and being dedicated to building relationships, and that's what I think is going to make Adney and Christian such a powerful combination. They both do that really, really well, and they work hard at it.
Is there an interest, he's from France and sort of has international connections, is there an interest in your mind in sort of expanding, your recruiting base, I guess?
Yeah, anytime that I can benefit from someone else's knowledge and expertise, that's a opportunity to learn. And we have had our head down working real hard for 7 years and trying to build this program to the point where it is now, to give us an opportunity to be in a position to sign really good players. And I haven't had a real strong connection to players outside the country, and so if that can help move us forward and help us become the best, I'm all ears at listening at all options. We just want the right kind of people that understand how special it is to play at Kentucky and who are going to lay it all on the line and give everything they have every night for the blue and white. And anybody that can get that done, it won't matter to me where they're from or what their background is, as long as they're committed to that and being really great people. My recruiting philosophy is this. I would love to see a day where we could have every player on our team from the Commonwealth of Kentucky. I think it's real special for Kentucky players to play at Kentucky. I think it's a little different sound and memorial when Michaela Epps makes a big three. It's just that appreciation of one of your own, and so that would be a dream of mine. It's very difficult for that to happen, just for the competition out there, and people all have different ability levels and different desires and things like that. So I think it's hard to build that, but we'll always put a premium on players from the Commonwealth first and foremost, and then you start to branch out from there. I think family's really important, and so getting players where your family can come in and watch you play is important. But as you think about that, I don't think you do that at the expense of getting the right people. So if they came from, we've had great players from California that have contributed to this program, from Connecticut, and all points in between. So the desires that I have are to build a Kentucky team, but the reality is you really have to get the right kind of people, and I don't think that where you're from really dictates what kind of character you have or what kind of person you are. So we're really looking for the right kind of people, no matter where they presently reside.
Had a recruiting coordinator last season, but when you hired Christian, you made her a recruiting coordinator. Can you talk a little bit about why you opted to do that, and did she do something specific that made you, want to take the job?
Yeah, you just for us, what recruiting coordinator means is you just have a responsibility to coordinate things and get things, make sure all the logistics are working, and it's a big involved process to keep the machine rolling each and every day. And it just means she has a lot of responsibility there. And she came in and presented her vision for recruiting, and what she wanted to do is really exciting, and I think she's very creative, has some great ideas, and so it just is, I think, the right person for that job right now, and I think she's going to do a great job.
And then you mentioned Kentucky kids sort of having a special place. When you hire an assistant from Kentucky, was that also?
It better. Since she's from Kentucky, she better be able to talk to these Kentucky kids. And listen, I'll be honest with you, I don't know if I could tell you how recruiting works. I could really do well in this business, and I'd write a book and everybody'd buy it and it'd be great, and we'd give some more money to the university. But the fact is, it's more about what kind of person you are than where you're from. If the Christian was, by this point in time in Boone County, a legendary player, because the farther the time you get between when you played and you just continue, your legend just continues to grow. So she's in legendary status now, but I'm not sure that any of the current players in Kentucky are paying attention to how great she was as a player at Boone County. And so we can't really rely on her being from Kentucky helping us with Kentucky players. What it does help us, in all seriousness, is her passion for the place can be a point of connection for players from the Commonwealth, and she can talk about Kentucky in a way that helps her connect with these really, really good players that are from Kentucky, and I think that can give us an advantage. But just being here in and of itself is, I don't know that people pay attention to those kind of things. Thanks a lot.
I'm sorry? I am. It's, I think my family is really excited as well. But, you know, ever since Coach Mitchell received this job after taking the Moorhead job and being here for 3 years, this has just been a goal of mine to come back and to be in this role. So it's a dream opportunity. I wouldn't even call it a job because I'm very passionate about it, and because I really enjoy coming to work, waking up every morning, and being able to step in the Joe Craft Center and work with Coach Amadou and Coach Mitchell right now. And you know, it's just exciting to have a chance to really compete, come into a situation where you're going to have a chance to compete for a national championship every day, and it's a battle every day. So I am very happy to be home and very happy to be around family, and that includes, you know, friends and family, you know, from all over. But you know, it's very exciting. So.
Andy, you obviously don't have the same history with Kentucky. What did you know about the program, you know, just over these last years? What did you come to know about it before this opportunity?
I knew Adolph Rupp. I knew the history of the school a little bit, and obviously you hear about the men's program, but we had played Kentucky about 2 years ago in the NCAA tournament, so I was a bit familiar with the program, and over the past 2 years I'd come down here just to watch practices, and both men and women, and just trying to study a little bit, so I was a little bit familiar.
Is that how you and that relationship kind of started? Why you coming down and checking out practices?
No, not really. When I came down, I had a friend that worked on the men's side, and I would just come down and watch workouts. Sometimes I wouldn't even know I was there. So the relationship came later. Dom Lombardi. He's the son of my college coach at IUP.
Christian, elaborate on why you feel so passionate about this place beyond your proximity to growing up in Northern County, and elaborate on the potential you see for the program to make that next step.
Right. You know, when I first came along with Coach Mitchell from Moorhead, we weren't where we are right now, and I think just being a part and investing time and investing, you know, just our passion, and I say that our as a team, and just really believing and buying in Coach Mitchell's vision for the program, and have learned, gone through a process really of just creating a championship culture. I think that is really why I'm so passionate about it. And granted, it is home, you know, and that helps, but being here from when it started to seeing where we are right now is really exciting. And for the future, I mean, we have to continue to recruit the best players, but we also want to compete, and we want players that want to compete. And even if we don't, you know, might not get number 1, number 2 every year, we're going to find players that want to wear Kentucky across their chest, and are going to want to be challenged every day on and off the floor. So I think that's really why, is that culture that Coach Mitchell has established and built over the course of the years.
Matthew mentioned this morning to me that you two sort of drive each other, that you're both competitive with each other. Is that true? And can you think of any instances of that?
Besides the fact we challenge each other, who's going to leave the office last, I guess. No, I think we complement each other really, really well, and it's really to not really have been familiar, maybe more familiar, but not have had a relationship before. I learn from him every day. And whether that's talking about things we might disagree in some things, and then by the end of the conversation, we're on the same page. And that is, to me, is worth more than anything. And at the end of the day, you know, he may just stop in and bring something to my attention, or it might be vice versa. And so we really bounce a lot of new ideas or ideas off of each other. Same thing with recruiting. I mean, together we work together with recruiting kids or coaches, just contacting people, and I've really enjoyed it, just working with Coach Amadou so far. And I think it's just crazy because there's already a connection there that is kind of hard, you know, to build right away. But I think we've already kind of established that, so it's exciting. I'm excited about it. Sorry. Yeah. You might not feel the same way. I don't know. I don't know.
I feel the very same way. I do.
Together.
Yes, together many times. Yeah.
Yeah.
I asked him about the international. I mean, is that something that you could see Kentucky kind of expanding its recruiting base a little bit to get some of those sort of international players who might be interested in playing college ball again?
Yes, definitely. What was happening before is that at a university like Dayton, I felt we had the right structure, but sometimes maybe the platform didn't resonate loud enough to attract the top international players. But at a place like Kentucky, you can feel that effect already on people, even across seas. The success of a men's program, and that helps a whole lot. And then the resources in place. Some of the top European players have a tendency to stay in Europe and sign professional. This is a kind of school. If you have the right people in place, you can really reach out to them.
What do you think has been the key to making you an effective recruiter? What do you bring to the table, do you think?
Well, I think that when I arrived at Dayton, it was the right platform that allowed me to grow as a coach. And I'm a bit surprised, you know, people talk a lot about the recruiting, but what really drives the recruiting, I think, is player development. You know, ultimately you want to train a particular kind of kids. So if you're genuine in your approach, I think that translates into the recruiting.